Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. I am Melinda. It's Monday and we have our normal Monday routine to do today. So I always clean the bathroom and do the laundry on Mondays. So unfortunately our washer here at this apartment complex is broken and so we have to go to the laundromat. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. It's a couple of hours later. We got home. I put away all the laundry, which took quite a while, and I did the dishes and we had lunch and just got some other things done. Now I'm going to work on cleaning the bathroom, but I had to mention this that I always listen to this podcast called Christ with Coffee on Ice. Every time I clean the bathroom, it's just become like this rhythm for me because I don't like cleaning, and so I do something that I really do enjoy. I was listening to this podcast and I just had to say, like, I am always so blessed by what Ali Yost has to say, and she's making a series right now about the book of Revelation, and like I feel like there are so few people who I have heard speak about the book of Revelation in a way that's like genuinely like wow. But I feel that way about Ali's presentation of it. Like she's just doing such a good job of sharing this book and it's blessing me so much. I thought I had to just say, if you guys need a new podcast to listen to, check her out because she's crushing it. And I'm going to go ahead and listen to the rest of the episode while I clean. I actually have a really exciting bookshelf update for you. So I found the entire Anne of Green Gables set at the library bookstore. The thing that I am really excited about is when you look in the first few pages, it says, "This edition contains the complete text of the original hardcover edition. Not one word has been omitted." So I don't know if you can see that, but that's so cool. And it says that in every single book. So I landed a treasure, and it's all of the books, none of them are missing. They're all in very nice condition. And so I paid $4 for that entire set. And then I still have my Chronicles of Narnia set, and I have not found number 2 yet. But then, yeah, I have managed to complete my little house set. So that's really exciting. So I feel like my bookshelf is coming together slowly but surely. I'm working on this book right now. Yeah, it's been almost 3 weeks and I'm not even quite half done yet, so it's gonna take me a minute to finish this book, but I will say I love Brandon Sanderson. I love this series, and the first 2 books, The Way of Kings and Words of Radiance, I really loved both of them, and I have actually started a TikTok account sharing about book stuff, and so I was talking about this book on TikTok, and a lot of comments said that people think this is their favorite book in the series. So I was like, well, I kind of went into it with pretty high expectations, and I'm not sure if I'm disappointed yet because I am only like, less than halfway done. With such a large book, you have to take it like as a whole and not as the little pieces that you don't like. Yeah, I definitely will have to see how it ends because I know from experience that his books have a massive climax. So we're going to have to see how the ending is. I'm hoping the end is going to be good. I'm not sure exactly yet if I'm not enjoying it. Like, I'm still thinking about it. I am enjoying it, but there was the one part that I was a little disappointed, and this is something that is extremely common with modern day authors. The author chose to make one of the side characters homosexual. I'm not okay with that. I do feel let down by that detail. Other than that, I am enjoying the book. So last week, a week ago, we went to Arizona. If you are an OG, if you've been around here for a couple of years, then you will know that we actually had lived in Arizona. I know that we've lived like so many different places. So actually, I grew up in Southern California for the majority of my childhood, and Mike grew up in a different state. And then we both moved here as adults to Sacramento. This is where we met, we got married, we had Liam. And then when Liam was a baby, we moved to Arizona because Mike had a job opening there, and that was where we felt like God wanted us to move to for the time being. So we moved there. And then while we were there, the job did not work out and things just really took a bad turn, and we went into a camper situation. And that was where I started posting more frequently and where my channel like grew a lot. So I'm assuming that a lot of my audience comes from that era, but we wanted to move back to Sacramento after that, and the doors opened up for us to come back. And so we came back. All the moves, we've had so many moves happen, but then we still have family that lives in Arizona. And so my brother-in-law, Mike's brother, and his wife, who live here in Sacramento, they wanted to go visit that family in Arizona. And so Mike did not want to go because he hates the drive. It's a 12-hour drive. And so he did not want to go. And so I went with Liam in the car with Mike's brother and his wife. And so we drove down there. And yes, the drive is absolutely brutal, but we did it. And I got to see all the family down there. And we got to see like the camper that we had lived in Arizona. And that was very weird feeling, but I got to see that, and it was so good to come home. And I was like, oh, I'm so glad we don't live in Arizona anymore. The area where we were in, I did not really enjoy that area of Arizona. So I'm glad that we are home and glad that we don't have to do that drive anymore. That drive was never ending. It's been like a week since we got home, and I've been just recovering. I got sick. I got really sick and like completely lost my voice. And so I still kind of have just like a touch of it in my throat, but it's definitely getting better, and I'm glad to be home. We celebrated 4th of July last weekend, so that was pretty exciting for America's 250th birthday. That was pretty cool. We went to the parade and we went to the fireworks. And so that was really cool, and I'm glad that we got to do that. But it's kind of funny because Liam, ever since this past Christmas, he has just been all about Christmas, and everything is about Christmas, and like that's literally like how he judges time. And we always tell him like, well, it's gonna be Christmas at the end of the year, and we describe like all the events that happen, like, well, we're gonna have summer and it's gonna be 4th of July and we're gonna watch fireworks. Not too long after that, it's gonna be fall and we'll have our birthdays and we'll have Thanksgiving, and then it's gonna be Christmas. Literally the day after 4th of July, he started talking about Christmas and decorating the tree, and he keeps talking about it every day. And I think it's so funny. He just is so into Christmas. When we were at the 4th of July parade, we got these coupons for a free small soft serve ice cream cone at Dairy Queen. So I think Liam and I are gonna go. Since we only got 2, it doesn't really make sense to go with Mike if we want free ice cream. So Liam and I are gonna go and just get a little ice cream cone. We borrowed this book at the library the other day, and let me just say that the amount of times we have read this book in just a few days is insane. I feel like I've read it so many times already, and he wants to read it again. One morning in May, 5 Dachshunds were born. One of them was Pretzel. They grew up the way puppies do, and they all looked exactly alike the first few weeks. But after 9 weeks, Pretzel suddenly started growing and growing and growing. He grew much longer than any of his brothers and sisters. And when he was fully grown, he became the longest Dachshund in all the world. Pretzel was very pleased with himself because it is already 3:30 and I just have not filmed today. I feel like the month of June was just like a wild month. We went camping and we had the road trip that I was talking about, and it just feels like the month of June was insane, and I just felt like I did not have time for, I don't know, I was just very busy. And so this is now July, and I feel like this week feels so much slower, and I'm actually like really enjoying it because I just have not had time to just like be, just like exist. I feel like everything has just been insane. So anyway, that's kind of why I wasn't filming today. I did a lot of cleaning this morning. The apartment was really messy and just really needed to be cleaned very thoroughly, and so I did that. And then Liam, because I was cleaning so much, he was kind of restless and needed to get his energy out. So we went to the park for a couple of hours and he had so much fun. And I was able to just chill and get a lot of reading done. And I'm about half done. So I'm really happy with the progress I made on my book. But like, I haven't even had time to just like sit down and read for a while, which is why it's been taking me so long to get through this book. But yeah, I just feel like it was so nice to have a day of just like not chilling, because I wasn't just chilling, but kind of chilling. So anyway, I'm gonna start making supper now. I'm gonna make Greek pizza. I have not made Greek pizza ever, and so it's something new, and I feel like it'll be fun to try something new because I tend to get in a rut and just make the same thing over and over, and so I want to try something different. I do not even know how it is the afternoon already. This morning just flew by. This morning I got up at like 5:30 because I needed to spend some time writing before Liam woke up. So I did that, and then Liam actually woke up. Most of the time he sleeps until a little bit later, but he did wake up a little bit earlier this morning, so we just laid on the couch and snuggled for a while. And then we had breakfast and I did my workout and all that stuff. I did my grocery list, and then we went to the library and had so much fun there that we had a difficult time coming home. So we're still kind of recovering from that. But yeah, we're at home now. And then in a little while, we're actually going to a friend's house for a swim party and some fun activities. So we're going to do that. I'm just drinking my tea and I'm not really doing a whole lot, but I do need to play my piano, get some piano practice in. Liam really is wanting to read a book together, which we do all the time. I keep telling him, like, when we come to fall time, we're going to learn how to read. We'll probably homeschool, but it seems like he's very, very, very ready to start reading on his own because he has memorized so many books by now. This weekend is actually our 6-year anniversary. So the day that this video goes up, July 11, it's going to be our 6-year wedding anniversary, which is super exciting. And I can't believe it's already been 6 years. Been a crazy 6 years, but there's nobody else that I would have rather experienced it with. And we have some fun things planned for Saturday, so I'm really excited about that.